This episode is all about how businesses can use digital marketing to attract customers. Marketing can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be. You've probably heard about ads or funnels or pixels. You've heard about retargeting or automations. You've heard about list segmentation or doing split tests. And it all sounds like a marketing PhD. Today I want to strip all that away and explain what marketing is at its core in a way that you, a business owner, can understand and that you can act on. You just need new customers and you want to know what you can do right now to attract new customers to your business. Let's dive right in. Most business owners and marketing companies for that matter actually confuse what marketing actually is. A lot of things that they're actually doing to nurture, they're calling marketing. So it can be really cloudy. So the simple way that I define marketing is getting in front of new people that have never heard of you before. So if you have a subscriber to your email list or a subscriber to your YouTube channel or a regular listener to your podcast or a friend on Facebook or a connection on LinkedIn, all of those people already know who you are. So if the content you're posting goes to them, it's not marketing, it's nurturing. Marketing is getting new people to find you who've never heard of you before. And then after that, all that communication is then nurturing. Now, there's poor marketing and there's good marketing. So poor marketing, you're interrupting them. You're disrupting what they want to do. And the reason it's poor marketing is because they put their defenses up. Any type of marketing that annoys people and starts your relationship on a bad foot, that's poor marketing. Now you might be scratching your head right now because you're thinking, doesn't all marketing do that? And most marketing that we see, yeah, it does that. But think about referrals. When you have somebody that gives you a referral, maybe it's a client of yours and they refer you to one of their friends, that's not pushy. That actually is so good. It's a warm referral. These people already have a level of trust because of the connection of your client. So what if there was a way of marketing doing that? Marketing giving you referral quality leads. So this type of marketing that I'm going to teach you, it will require a paradigm shift in the way you think about it, because we're so conditioned to think that it's about the number of views or the number of followers or subscribers, or that it's about these flashy ads, these well-polished advertisements. We see Super Bowl commercials and we think that that's what we need to create. Or we get advice from people like Gary Vaynerchuk that tell us that we need to post everywhere, that we need to create as much noise as possible. What I'm going to suggest here is drastically different. It's way easier and the results are way better. We're getting referral quality leads from people who don't feel like they're being sold to. So here's the simplest way to think about really good marketing, okay? Picture your dream client. These people that they really need you, that you would love to work with, but they don't know that you exist. So picture these people somewhere in the world. They're going to Google or they're going to YouTube search or they're going to ChatGPT and they're trying to solve their problem. They have a goal that they're trying to achieve or a challenge that they're trying to overcome. And so they're asking questions, they're digging. And what if there was a way that you could find out what they're typing in? And there actually is a way. You can find out the exact questions that they're asking. You can find the exact wording that they're using. So if you knew that, then you could create content that exactly matched what they're searching for. So they have a question, you create an answer. Today, the internet is different. We don't have search engine optimization anymore. Now we have answer engine optimization. But you don't have to worry about keywords or link building. None of that stuff works anymore. What the opportunity is now is the hard part is just finding these questions and then creating that answer. And the tools like Google, YouTube, and ChatGPT, they'll do the heavy lifting. I guess your heavy lifting is first, but then they do the heavy lifting after that. So you do the heavy lifting of all the research, finding the questions your dream clients are asking, make the answer, and then just post it in the right place. And these search engines or these answer engines will do all the heavy work for you to match those together. Your dream clients who've never heard of you before will now see you as the expert. This video will build trust with them because you're not pushing anything promotional on them. You're not interrupting them. They searched for this content and you've really helped them. So now it's building a lot of value and they trust you. And so when they reach out to you, they already know who you are, they already trust you, they know your biases, and they're interested in learning what it looks like to work with you. So even after hearing what I've shared, if you have a video that goes viral, I bet you're gonna feel pretty excited about it. okay? It's hard to suppress that excitement because we love it when content is very well liked. If those views start going up, we see those numbers increase. Here's the problem. When you have a video that goes viral, it doesn't generate leads, right? It gets a lot of views, but it gets viewed by the wrong people. It's not being viewed by people who are searching for it. It's being shared virally, kind of like a virus spreads. It's because it's really funny, or it's really entertaining, or it's really interesting. And a lot of the people out there that talk about going viral, they had their first video go viral and they loved it so much that they want to repeat it. Now, when we look at YouTube influencers, that's how they make money, is when they have a video go viral, YouTube is paying them for that. So they're not a business, they're not generating leads. They don't care who their audience is. They just want the biggest audience possible. And so in your case, where you've got your dream clients and you've got very specific people that you want to attract and make sure that you're not attracting the wrong people, people that are hoping to go viral, they don't care who the audience is. And in fact, whichever will attract the most viewers, that's their goal. So it's two different paths to success. If you want to become a YouTuber, set your business aside, become an independent contractor for YouTube and have them pay you for views because of advertising. That's a definite career path. It's a very, very hard one. About 1 out of 1,000 people who try it will succeed with it. But if you're a business owner and you really want to use digital marketing to attract new customers, then you need to set aside the excitement or the dream of going viral. You've probably attempted time and time again to come up with a creative, clever idea of a video that you just knew was going to go viral, and then it didn't go viral and you were upset about it, or you were sad, or you're disappointed, wondering, what am I doing wrong? Because you know how valuable you are. You know your experience is real. You've been able to take people from point A to point B, and you think, man, if people just knew what I could do, my business should be exploding right now. So what I'm going to teach you is actually going to cause that result. It's just through a different path. The path is not going viral. The path is attracting a trickle of dream clients from one video and another trickle of dream clients from a second video and a third video and a fourth video, till eventually you've got this fire hose of dream clients coming your way on autopilot. This is evergreen content that lasts for years and years and years. Another mistake that business owners make is they try and be everywhere. They think they need to be everywhere, from Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn. But the reality is those places are great nurturing tools, but they're not good for marketing. If you do paid ads, we've already talked about the problems there. And if you hope to be found in search, well, those platforms don't have topic search engines. You cannot search for content by topic. So the reason I talk about YouTube so much is because it is unique. YouTube indexes your video by topic. In fact, you don't have to put in any keywords. You don't have to worry about the description like a lot of people say you should. When you upload a video to YouTube, it transcribes every single word that you say. It also analyzes visually what you do or what's shown in the video, so YouTube knows inside and out what your video is about. And more specifically, YouTube knows that your video is the answer to whatever specific question people are asking. So if you don't make a video as an answer to a question, then YouTube doesn't have a person that it can match that video to. But if you search and you find the specific questions your dream clients are asking, you make a video that answers it exactly, YouTube can see that match and your video will rank instantly. And because Google has become an answer engine and ChatGPT is an answer engine, both Google and ChatGPT will be recommending your videos to those same people. So there is a catch. This works for some businesses, but not other businesses. If you can see the power of this in positioning yourself as the go-to authority globally, this strategy is for you. But if you're a local business and you only serve people in your local city, well, then there's some challenges. You might be able to find questions that people type in that include your city name. So for example, there's a realtor in Boise, and he's gotten really good at finding the questions people are asking about moving from Sacramento to Boise, or what are the schools like in Boise. But those searches include the city name. So fill in the blank, whatever city you're in. But if you want to be positioned as a thought leader, as the go-to expert in your niche, the opportunity is much bigger than your local area. You can own that space for the entire globe on all of the search engines. So if you want to be the go-to authority in your space globally, you need to learn more about authority marketing. Now, I want to teach you the next steps. I've created the next episode. I'll link to it right there. It's called What is Authority Marketing? You'll learn more specifically of what authority marketing is compared to other marketing, and you'll learn how to do it the right way, how to find these questions, how to make the content that will answer them and not have them feel like they're being sold to, but instead it will build this relationship of trust. I highly recommend you watch that video right now. It's called What is Authority Marketing? I'll see you there.